All right, shalom everybody. Peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. As you see today, our topic is about 50 years pass after the terror and the crimes happened to Cyprus in Turkey, by Turkey. And today I'm going to explain to you the matter in different approach. The issue is that if somebody from Cyprus, he cry about what happened to Cyprus. If somebody from Greece, he cry about what happened to Greece. If somebody from Syria, he will cry about what happened to Syria, what happened to Iraq. To make it simple, all those neighboring countries, they are victims of one criminal. But everyone cry alone. And everyone he considered the problem is his problem alone. When every single neighbor country is a victim of the Ottoman, who they always have agreed to occupy and control and suck the blood of every neighbor. Like the Armenian genocide. In fact, most of Turkey does not exist. So-called Turkey is nothing but a theft of the land of every neighbor around them. In fact, those people are not from that land. They themselves are not from there. When Holako he attacked the Islamic Caliphate 765 years ago in Baghdad. They have nothing to do with that land. Neither the Muslims too. Baghdad is not the land of the Muslims. It's not the land of the Arab. All of Iraq is the land of the Chaldean and the Assyrian. And all of us, we knew very famous kings from Assyria, the Babylon, etc. However, because those people, they are savage and they live by the sword, they attack every single neighbor around them, from the Chinese to the Persian to Baghdad, and then later they took the city of the king Constantine, and they turned the whole country into a Turkish country. Right now in Turkey, there is so-called Turkey, there's less than 1% Christians, when this was a 100% Christian. When I say Christian, I mean the local, the native, I'm not talking about just religion, I'm talking about people who they are local, people who they are generation after generation are born there. The Turkish, they came from the heart of Asia, from the Mongol, and they invade everybody. And those Mongol, their purpose of attack is just to suck the blood, not to spread anything, not to spread religion, not to spread civilization, not to do anything except just attack, conquer, take the money, take the women, take the land, wealth. Turkish, in the last, since 2011 in Syria, they play a huge role of the destruction of Syria. In fact, the whole country now is destroyed. In fact, what happened to Cyprus is not even 1% to compare to what happened in Syria. If you ask yourself, why Turkey is harming everybody around? The answer is very simple. The Turkish as a nation, They believe that everyone around them is a sheep, is a goat, is a cow. And they should rule them, take over them, control them, destroy them. When the Ottoman, they rule all over the Middle East. What they did? Did the civilizations grow? Did countries flourish? In fact, once I spoke to an old person, very old, and I was wondering about the structures of buildings in the Middle East. I said, why those doors, like the house, the door of the house is made so like so narrow and so small, like to the point you have to bend down, put your head first in the door. Imagine you need to go inside your house, and then you have to put your head inside the door because you cannot go standing. You have to bend down. So I said, why the doors are so small? It doesn't make sense. Why anyone want to do with that? He said, all of this because the Ottoman, they come to our houses, attack us, kidnap our women. So in order to defend ourselves, the houses, all of it is like a castle. The walls are made from rocks. The door is so tiny, and they cannot go inside the house with horses. Before, they used to have the door with big door, to the point you can just open the door and you can go inside with your caravan inside, which is very easier for people to live at that time, because they have animals, they have etc., so they can store everything inside when they are done from working. So he said, since the Ottoman, they practice their crimes and their rape, every single house had to find a solution. And the solution is to make doors so small, so if somebody want to attack you in your home, he have to put his head inside first. Interesting history. And then I learned right away how the Turkish crimes influence even how to make a door. Even a door, the shape of a door, the shape of a window, even building codes change. However, the Turkish, they came to Syria. Look what happened to Syria. This is Syria. This is the accomplishment of the Turkish in Syria. The Turkish came to Iraq. The same garbage. In fact, right now as we speak, the Turkish are bombing tons of Kurdish villages in Iraq. In fact, now as we are talking, Turkey occupy at least, this is just a few years ago, at least more than 25% of Syria. In fact, Turkey swallowed a massive piece of land from Syria not long time ago. The city of Antioch, according to the new division between countries, it used to be part of Syria. They swallow it. The whole territory of Antioch. All the north of Syria is gone. Erdogan, he was number one, and he's still number one to supporter to ISIS and Al-Qaeda. And you know what makes things more horrible? that the Turkish always, they find a very useful idiot between the Christians. Always, always, all the time. Russia, just a few years ago, they were doing great with all European countries. In fact, every single European country, they open a branch for them in Russia. The Soviet Union is gone, the Cold War is gone, everything is wonderful, everything is beautiful. And then we have the idiot Putin, the useful idiot. The same Putin, he destroyed the dream of Turkey to take over Syria. But the same Putin, he resurrected the dream of Turkey to be an empire again. Erdogan want to occupy Crimea, which is part of Ukraine, and then Russia took it. Erdogan, he made a big conference inviting people, the Tatar, to encourage them to free Crimea and take it and be their land. In fact, Erdogan himself should be sent there, for this is really their land. Crimea is part of their land, not all of it, but part of it is their land. So always there is a useful division, so-called Christian, can make the enemy flourish. And here I want to talk about something very important. Instead of talking about what just happened to Cyprus, we need to know why this is happening to Cyprus. Always we, like we speak about the disaster, but we don't speak about the reason for it. Why even the Turkish was able to invade? How come it was so easy? How come nobody stood for the invasion? And I'm not talking about people of Cyprus. No, they did. They paid a very high price. A lot of people get killed, a lot of women and children, they died. But Turkey will never dare to do so if the Christians were united behind Cyprus. But sadly, today as we speak, Germany is arming Turkey. In fact, all the submarine of Turkey is made in Germany. Very advanced ones. And Germany is always a main factor of the aggression of the Turkish. They always sponsor them. They always support them. They find them very useful. In fact, Hitler, he used them to promote recruiting to his army between the Albanian and El Bosnia. Because the Albanian and those Muslims in those territories, originally they are Turk too. So instead of just saying what happened is a disaster, for sure it is. The disaster is bigger than what you think. The disaster is that you Christians are divided. And we keep saying, stop being stupid. But nobody listen. Just go right now in the chat and say Catholic. Say Protestant. Say Orthodox. Those Christians will turn into dogs biting each other. They claim that they are Christians who love Jesus. They claim that they are following the Messiah. But they are willing to side with the devil like Turkey, but not to be friendly with someone he is a Christian who loves Jesus and who believes in Jesus. Evil, fake Christians. And the Ottoman, they understood this very well. Those Christians are very much divided. In fact, many of them, they hate each other. And the Ottoman, they understood that religion is a main factor to play their crimes. So the Ottoman, in front of the Muslim, they say, we are Muslims. But the same Ottoman who they are Muslims, they slaughter Muslims, as long as they are not Turkish. This is why they are bombing the Kurdish right now, today. yesterday and the day before. Go check it out. In Syria and Iraq. And those are Muslims. At least maybe 95% of them are Muslims. The Turkish, they use Islam as a flag to conquer. The same as Holako. You know, when Holako, he come to Baghdad 765 years ago, he was not a Muslim. But then after the attack, and they killed at least 1 million Muslim, at least. They raped every single woman. They killed every child, not only men, every child they see in their way. The same people they notice, and their Sultan or Khan, he been advised, you know what, if you convert to Islam, just say Shahada, then you can make every single Muslim subdued for you. The only problem, they see you a problem because you are not a Muslim. Say you are a Muslim. So the Ottoman, they learned this game very well. That we say we are Muslims, we can rule those fools. Otherwise, all of us, we knew that the Turkish are the last one to be called Muslims. Erdogan, who keeps speaking about Islam, and he is going to be the caliphate of Islam, his nightclubs are open wide. He never closed a one nightclub since he became president until now. Not a single one. And when we say nightclub, we are not talking about really a place where people go and dance. No, no, no. This is Turkey. It's where prostitution and drugs and everything you can imagine between. So he is the caliphate. He is the person who recite the Quran. In fact, he is a sheikh. Erdogan, he started his career as a sheikh, in case you do not know. He read the Quran in the mosque. He read the prayer in the mosque. Another way we can say, like for the Christian, we say he's a priest. So Erdogan, the Muslim sheikh who took over Turkey, why he is not reflecting his faith in his country, especially he is a dictator. It's not like a democratic country. Well, he knew that Turkish people are the most backward people when it's come to believe. They say, you speak to a Turkish person about, you know, I remember once I was sitting with a group of people, and they are not my kind of people, you know, but it happened that I know one of them. He saw me, he said, hey, come here, you know, just for me. I said, I'm busy. I said, no, just, you know, sit down with us for 5 minutes, man. I'll not see you for long. So I said with them, there's a bunch of girls on the table. And then I don't know what, how the conversation led to speak about Islam. So I said something about Muhammad. And then suddenly a girl, she was sitting and her skirt is not even 1 inch. In fact, I can see her. Suddenly she said, don't say that about Prophet Muhammad. I said, look like you don't care for Prophet Muhammad. Oh, look, what are you wearing? It's none of your business. But don't ever say anything about Prophet Muhammad. So she's dressed like a whore. I can see almost every inch of her body. But suddenly she is defending Prophet Muhammad. This is Turkey. They occupy our lands. They convert our churches. This is Hagia Sophia. And God willing, we will take it back. They make it as a mosque. But who is a believer in Turkey in Islam? How many there are? You go in every single city in Turkey, you will see that this is the biggest mafia country ever. So Islam is just a proxy, a way to control, to rule, to control the food, especially in the Middle East. Turkish are Muslims not for the sake of Islam. Turkish are Muslims so they can control and make empire. There is one thing that people do not know, that when the Turkish occupy the Middle East, not many resistance was against them. Why? Because they are Muslims. They are Muslims. The Muslims, they have a stupid mentality that if somebody is a Muslim and he is raping you, raping your daughter, kidnapping your children, oh, it's okay. The second you say he's a Jew, but he is good to you, no, Allahu Akbar. You say Christian. You know, the French, the British, they come to the Middle East and they occupy part of it for some time. They are the first one who brought printing machines to the Middle East. The first one who brought electricity. The first one who built hospitals. In fact, until now, many of those countries, they are using hospitals built by England, like in Egypt, or built by French, like in Syria. Until now, they are using their buildings. They are not capable to build buildings like those. The railway, the state, the trains, this is what the Western they brought, what the Ottoman they brought. In fact, Middle Eastern, they never wear burqa. The burqa was enforced in women, including Christian women, by their own family. For this is the only way for the women to hide her beauty, or if she is young. The second they see a young woman in the street, the Ottoman soldiers, they kidnap her, and that's it. Good luck to find her again. Who are you to let us say you have a family of 20 men. You want to go after the one, you are going to fight the Ottoman army. You are no match. They take your daughter as she is gone. So to understand the crimes happening in Cyprus, we have to understand the Turkish mentality and how they think. And then we don't want to blame the criminal for being a criminal. That is a foolish thing to do. You have to blame all neighboring countries who enters after centuries and centuries and centuries. They will never unite to fight the devil. Like why Greece is not uniting with the Kurdish to fight Turkey. Why? Why Israel is not uniting with the Greece and the Turkish and the Kurdish and the Greece and Cyprus against Turkey? Why the Christians, the rest of them, they are not supporting Greece and Cyprus? There's many reasons of division. Number one, Christians are very much divided, thanks to the devil, and thanks to you, Christians, because you promote that. Wherever you go, you are so good in attacking Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox. The second we say the devil Turkey, you go mute. The second we say the devil Muhammad, you go mute. In fact, your priest, bring Muslims to their churches to teach about Allah. But you never brought someone from Cyprus or someone from Kurdish to say and to talk about the crimes of the Turkish done to them. The Turkish, they use the Christians. Trump, he might become a president in the coming election. Would Trump go harsh in Turkey? I don't think so. I think he is just is going to be another useful idiot like Putin. The Turkish, they knew how to switch and change color. When Trump, he lost the election, Erdogan, he sent a letter to Biden saying that we stand with you, and you can go and find the letter. If somebody have a link for it, you can read it. Not even 4 days after Biden supposedly won the election, Erdogan, who was kissing the bum of Trump, He sent a letter, says, we stand with you against the white supremacist KKK. They have no place in society. Just a few days after the election. If Trump now he won, Erdogan, he will send him a letter. We have no place for those who they are woke in our society. So to make it simple for you, the Turkish are way smarter. They outsmart the stupid neighboring. While the neighboring, they are just putting, you know, grabbing their tissue, they cry for the crimes happened to them. Until now, they did not wake up. Until now, they are not building a real army to fight and defend themselves. Until now, Cyprus is inviting Muslims to their land. They did not learn their lesson. So they lost half of the country, and now they are inviting Muslims to come their land so they can lose the other half. My friend, stupidity is amazing. Many countries, sadly, they are acting, I have to use some harsh words, you know. There's some words I would like to use, but I refrain. They will hurt a lot of people. The enemy of Cyprus is the ignorance of the people of Cyprus. Until now, they did not get it. Until now, they are opening their doors and their borders to the enemy. So in one hand, we cry, we say, look what happened to Cyprus because of Turkish. And then we bring tens of thousands of Muslims to Cyprus. Why? Oh, we are part of European Union. You are in control of your land. No European Union can force you. You lost already half of your land. Erdogan, he announced that Hagia Sophia will become a mosque. The stupid Greek people, they open a mosque a week after in Athens. Can you believe it, the stupidity? They convert one of our most important churches in the territory. What is the response of the Greek people? They open a mosque. Don't blame the devil for being a devil. Blame yourself for being stupid and idiot. For being politically correct. When you are politically correct, you are doomed. You are stupid. You are dummy. Everybody will take over you. When you open your legs like a whore, don't complain for the rapist. And sadly, there's many, they are acting like a whore. So I say, the outman, they will keep coming after you. It's not your tears will stop them. It's building an army, building forces, and it doesn't matter how small you are. There's always weapon can solve this problem. Few years ago, the Prime Minister of Greece, he announced he is going to buy drones from Turkey. Can you believe the stupidity of this? What happened to those people? They want to buy drones from their enemy. To fight who? To fight Turkey. You want to buy drones from Turkey to fight Turkey? Are you donkey? They are donkeys. So instead of starting making your own drones and your own technology, and this is Greece, the land of civilization, the lands of philosophers and scientists, In fact, every single medicine around us have a Greek name. What happened to this nation? They are busy eating baklava and drinking coffee in the coffee shop. The enemy is preparing themselves for the coming invasion. Do you think the Turkish are done? Are they? No. Soon they will take all over Cyprus. Soon they will invade Greece. In fact, now all of Europe, they are focusing in the biggest danger, which is China. But nobody see that the neighbor next to them who is dreaming to take over Europe. Erdogan, he says, in 25 years, if every Muslim have 5 children, we took over Europe. The stupid European, they are stupid European, and they will never be smart. They are worried about China, who is thousands of miles away. And they are not religiously motivated. It's about money and business. But they are not worried about the Ottoman Empire in their borders, who is going to swallow them as they did before. Not long time ago, Romania, Bulgaria, Croatia, all those countries, all of them, they used under the Ottoman Empire. How fast people, they forgot their history. How easy. When I was in Ukraine, a gentleman, he explained why their food involve a lot of pork. So I said, why? He said, because when the Ottoman attack us, the Muslims, they take every single animal except the pigs. So we start growing pigs only. That makes sense. The filthy Turkish, they come to steal as usual. They are thieves like their prophet. So what we do? We grow the food they will not eat. When the filthy Putin, he attacked Ukraine, the Muslims from Kadyrov army, they rob all the grains, billions of dollars. In fact, many of the lands which now supposedly Putin occupy is owned by the Chechenian criminals, not by the Russian. When I say owned, doesn't mean they bought it. They just capture it. They kick the farmers, and if they keep them, they will say to them, you farm the land, we take the goods. We will let you live. The useful idiots is our problem. So we will see if a Trump will be another useful idiot for Turkey, or he will be supporting Greece and Cyprus. In fact, when Trump he was in the office, he did few steps. Like, he is the one who decided to start building bases in Cyprus and in Greece, which is very good. That will help to prevent Turkish, from eating the rest of the delicious Cyprus. But it's going to be foolishness to trust a foreign army to protect you. What if they turn their back to you? As they did to many before. They just did that to Ukraine. I was there in Ukraine the summer before the war. I believe it was in July or August, and the NATO was in the city of Odessa. I spoke to a bunch of soldiers who they are from the Navy, and I told them I was in the army too, and I sat with them, we talk, etc. But the most funny thing I noticed, how stupid the Ukrainian president. He have the flag of the NATO in every corner in his city, but they are not part of the NATO. The most important stupidity I notice about this man, that he invited the NATO to his country when he knew he is not part of the NATO. Why you do that? Just a stupid act. And as soon things getting hot, the NATO nowhere to be found. The only thing left of the NATO is the flag of the NATO. Can the flag of the NATO protect Ukraine? No. In fact, Biden is the one who invited Putin to attack. He said, we will not, let's make it clear, we will not be involved in anything. Yesterday, he's giving them hope. We will support you. We will be the same they did to Georgia. So what I'm trying to say in such a day, in the 50 years after the filthy crime invasion into Cyprus, don't cry for the beast, he have teeth. Cry that you don't have the tools to fight the beast because you decide to be a fool. And we Christians, we should be always united. When the Turkish just a few months ago, a year ago, they helped Azerbaijan to attack Armenia, where was the Christians? Where was Greece? Where was Cyprus? Why we let the Armenian die alone? You let them die alone, you would die alone. The problem is there is no unity. So the beast, he bite each one of you alone. So the Christian, they should change the way they approach, because this is involve your safety, your children's safety. So instead of thinking about ourselves only, why Spain is arming Turkey? Give me a reason. Why is Spain building manufacturers of arms in Turkey? Give me one reason. I will tell you. They are no Christians. They are just people who worship money. Those the government are lefty. They are woke. They are just the people who have the flag of a homosexual, and they are supporting even Hamas in Gaza right now as we speak. So in Europe, because we Christians, we sat sleep for a long time. Your kids became left-minded. They lost their common sense. So now when we speak about common sense, people get hurt. And people get upset. Because you are hurting them. They lost their common sense. When you say you become like a whore and her legs is open, they get upset. You are using a harsh language. Well, if there is a language will make you wake up, I don't think so. So I want to say in such a day, it's a sad day, yes, but tomorrow is going to be more sad. If those people don't change their course, they are repeating the same stupid mistake. They open their borders for every Abdul from around the world. And remember, those Muslims, they hate each other. But the second you say a Muslim, they join together. Like every single Syrian right now is spitting at Erdogan. But the second you say Islam, they join together. Look what Turkey did to them. Look what Iran did to them. This is all is the act of Turkey and Hezbollah and Iran. Just a few days ago, we saw tons of Turkish beating Syrians in the street, burning their cars. Inside Turkey, refugee. So Erdogan, he knew how to unite force around him. Christians in Cyprus and Greece and Europe, they knew how to divide themselves. And that is your weakness. You will never be victorious when you are divided. And I hope now people understand why I keep saying, stop being stupid, saying Orthodox, saying Catholic, saying Protestant. The beast, he see only chicken. When you are united, he will see a lion. When you are divided, he see chickens, rabbits. And that's your own handmade. It's your fault. You know, when a wolf, he attacks sheep. Do you know that sheep can kill the wolf? They can. All the males, they have a very harmful horns. So if the male unite together, they don't run, they don't get scared. The wolf have no place to go. The wolf always hunt on fear. He attack, every sheep run in different direction. If they stand together with their horn, even though they are sheep, they will kill the wolf. A donkey, he can kill a wolf if he have no fear. So I hope from now on you understand why we have to be united, and why we have to support Cyprus, and why we have to support Israel. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. And only foolish cannot see what I see. I warned you. You've been warned. We pray for Cyprus and the government of Cyprus and the people of Cyprus and Greece to be able to be smart, to be ready for what is coming, not to cry. Cry doesn't solve a problem. Celebrating a memory doesn't solve a problem. Preparing for something is going to come, is going to solve the problem. Be vigilant, the Bible said. Be strong. I am with you. Be with the Lord will be with you. And to be with the Lord, not by being, oh Lord, help me. You have to build and force an army. You have to develop your own technology. In the time of David, technology is very simple. A rock, a piece of rubber. David, he threw and he killed the giant. David is just a teenage kid. Most likely his hands were shaking. He was terrified to fight someone maybe 3 times his size. But David had faith and have technology. Little rubber and little rock. Kill the giant. So I hope the Cyprus people, they will have those technology. And they will be vigilant and brave like David. Thank you all for being here. And from now on, I hope I will not see the word Catholic and Protestant and Orthodox again. You are just dividing yourself. You are just delivering your kids to the devil. You don't know what are you doing. You are the same as those who crucified Jesus, and Jesus says, forgive them, Father, they don't know what they are doing. But in your case, you are crucifying yourself. But who is going to say to you, forgive them, Father, they don't know what they are doing? Nobody. For you've been warned. God bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. And we keep Cyprus in our heart, our prayer. And we have to give them support anytime they need it. God bless. See ya.